Or So today we have the A Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup 2023 Quarterfinals Game 2 between alexjas and adirondackrick. So on commentary we will have Cool Papa Bell and myself, and on tracking we will have P. So thanks everyone, and have a great race.
Yes, hello everyone. More exciting Challenge Cup action. I am Cool Papa Bell 2282 and always excited to see some fun rando here. This is game 2 of the match between alexjas and adirondackrick. Alex taking game 1. Yeah, how are you doing today, Alka?
I'm doing very good right now. So yeah, alexjas is my teammate in League, so I'm not biased at all today.
Definitely zero bias confirmed. Got it.
Yeah, so he took game 1 yesterday, and it will be it will probably be a very close match, but both players are incredibly good at this game. Could go anyway. So the mode today is in Roja, so it will be hard start basically. We have a sword at least, but it's inverted. Bossy shuffle, and the bosses have an item.
Yeah, so that makes the dungeon dips a little bit more appealing, but yeah, the starting is really the interesting part with inverted. We'll see how our runners choose to deal with these initial checks. Oh, okay, we'll just get a Moon Pearl in the house.
Yeah, so 3 Moon Pearl today.
And looks like they are both going to try and get a tree pole down here.
Interesting. I was expecting them to start with going to Skull Roads to get the bombs, but yeah, so that's what they are doing now.
Yeah, killed a couple enemies, did not find any bomb drops in those packs, so Hype Cave will have to wait.
So the start of Inverted Seeds is pretty close usually. You don't have many checks. And farming bombs is basically limited to Skullwoods at this point. So it's usually the opener. You can also get a quick item there. Usually you will at least do the statue in Skullwoods because it's not that hard. And most players get the statue item even before the bombs.
Ooh, seeing a book on Bumper Ledge there. That's interesting. That is hard required to get into Desert Palace in Inverted, of course. We also get a map check with all 3 pendants in the Dark World. Green pendant at Ice, and then the other 2 pendants at Swamp and Turtle Rock.
Yeah. So as long as Alex doesn't check his map, he will not know about this. Okay, he does. He does. That's good. So all 3 pendants are Dark World, which means that the Light World dungeons are all crystals, which is very interesting. Usually that makes faster seeds, especially with Turtle Rock pendant. So this seed could easily be flipperless because both Swamp and Ice are pendants today. And it can also be shotless except for the climb. That's a pretty interesting set of dungeons.
Yes, Rick went ahead and ran over to grab that key first. Alex showing us the compass in that first chest.
Interesting. It seems Alex will be going to... Yeah, okay, he's going from there. It's not a bad way to farm bombs. Usually, I see players getting like 2 bombs, die, 2 bombs, die, and do that 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, the gathering resources is so hard at the start of an inverted seed. You also saw both of our runners stopping to pick up some rupee drops as well, just because even getting the money to do chest game the first time is sometimes tricky. So
Yeah, you want 20 rupees, because after that you have infinite rupees by farming the archery game. But the first 20 rupees are pain. Okay, this is a pretty bad Skullwoods right now. Compass, keys, that's basically all we got. So Rick went to get the small key under the pot, but Alex didn't. And since he got a lot of keys, he actually saved time. So we will get a look in all of the checks in Village of Outcast, but and probably the first 4 checks in Fifth Town. The problem right now is that you don't have money to get the chest game. So you have to pray for Fifth Town to have it. Rick took an unfortunate death on the left chest in Skullwoods.
yeah, being in Dark World on 3 hearts is not fun at the start of an inverted seed.
At least we have a sword. Like, Ambrosia is not the hardest mod. By locking the ball, by basically shuffling the boss keys, the hardest starts are removed from inverted. The hardest starts being having to kill blind, basically, with 3 hearts. It also makes cold stare without stuff way less likely.
So Rick going to go ahead and head away from the village, going to take these bombs back to Hype Cave.
Okay, that's a hammer on Fifth Town. So incredibly good find right now. Big Fifth Town boss keys. So this will save Rick some time.
Yeah, that very early hammer is also interesting because we get so many Aga seeds in Ambrosia, but now as soon as we find that glove to be able to go up the mountain, we will have Dark World access.
Yeah. So unless the flute is our way to go to the Death Mountain, you're likely to not need to beat Aga for access to Light World. Alex found 300 rupees vanilla, so he will be able to do the chest game. Interesting, Rick is buying a blue potion. This is not a bad move when you play inverted.
Yeah, with the seed giving you this Thieves Town access, but no actual health yet, that's blue potion might come in handy.
Yeah, you don't heal much with that blue potion, but at least you can save yourself some headache. Alex found powder, which is not very useful in the starting dungeons of Inverted, but it's incredibly nice in Ice Palace and Misery Mire.
So Rick opting to follow the Thieves Town Big Key back to the village. This means he is sort of isolating, or at least putting off the digging game and Stumpy. We'll see what Alex finds down there.
Don't think it's isolated. He can just go there after Fifth Town. Another boss key. Okay, Swamp Palace boss key is garbage, but so basically Alex has Stampy, then Hype Cave. He will get the Fifth Town boss key and rush Fifth Town. At this point, Fifth Town probably has a progression, because it's very suspicious to get the Fifth Town boss key that early, especially with the hammer in hand. Alex will have 1 more heart than Rick for Fifth Town, which is very useful.
Yeah, the hammer does open us up to go east over the bridge, but yeah, like you said, that Thieves Town big key early on is so suspicious that there's almost has to be something behind the big key door.
Especially as you know that the boss has an item every time. Yeah, he is safe quitting instantly to get to Fiston. Okay, so money is not a problem in the seed. We have more than 600 rupees in Alex's pocket, so no worry on this point. So besides Fifth Town and Pod, we don't have many things to check right now. Pod is not likely to be something because the first chest has to be a small key or a bow to progress more in a pod.
Yeah, and with that sort of unknown in pod and pyramid are the only things over in East Dark World, Thieves Town is a lot more appealing for both our runners at this point.
Especially as this town is just a crystal and a red one at the same time, so. So Alex decided to not buy a potion. So basically what the runners are doing right now is what Imvrosia tries to not make you do, which is Fifth Town with very low health very early in the seed. But this seed is different. At least Rick found another heart in the attic, so he will have more health now.
Yeah, and at least the sword is another helpful thing in the blind fight. You know, one of the other terrible things in regular inverted is when you get Cane and the seed wants you to do Cane or maybe Hammer blind early on 3 hearts. That's very difficult.
Yeah, I don't think Kane is hard at all for blind because you can throw the block from afar. It's fine. The hard part is hammer. Hammer blind is not good. Okay, that's a glove in the big chest. So good thing the hammer was in Fistan. If the hammer was like in digging game or things like this, it would be very bad for Rick.
I guess we'll call that a vanilla glove, more or less.
Yeah. Oh, and the flute. Okay, that's pretty good.
So now that book becomes more interesting because Rick scouted that bumper ledge and Alex did not. And now having flute, I don't know that Alex is gonna have a particular reason to walk up in that direction on his way to Death Mountain.
Yeah, that's true. But at least it's not like Rick can do this now because he would still need a cape and a mirror. That's the bare minimum to get the book right now. Alex forgot that he got. Oh no, he didn't get the item first. Unfortunate. And that's a very good fight from Rick. And that's a beer now. Okay. Fistan was just loaded. 4 items out of 5 checks.
Something sort of mean about giving you Burna after the blind fight, but okay, game.
Yeah. And the 5th item was a heart container, so it was not even bad. It's time for Rick to get rich. The unfortunate thing about Flute in Inverted is that you cannot activate it before going to the Light Ward. I'm actually surprised Rick is committing to do Digging Game and Stumpy instead of going Light Ward to activate the Flute.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll walk to the east and go through the Hype Cave portal and then sort of start Light World from there, or just maybe save and quit and walk back. But yeah, looks like Alex is going to head straight north and come out through the CAC portal.
Yeah, activating the Flute is way too important for me, so that's what I prefer.
Yeah, we talk all the time in Inverted about how once you get Light World access, you just have to do as much as you can while you're there. But having the flute and this hammer access will mean there are just lots of different ways to sort of get around and get to all the different portals and get back to Light World easily. So yeah, having that flute done early is pretty good.
Especially for mountain access. Turtle Roborski is not good right now. It's a pendant, so you didn't want to see that. Okay, yeah, Rick is definitely going from the south. Maybe Alex will just go to Sank. Yeah, no, he's going to CAC instantly. CAC has way too many items.
And Rick's going to do the Hyrule Castle start, hoping to find a small key in here and just walk all the way through the sewers, but...
Yeah, I don't know about this play.
It's very nice when it works, but unfortunately it's a relatively low chance since there are only a couple places where that small key can be in the front part of Escape.
Yeah, and Hyrule Castle is one of these locations that doesn't have that many checks, so it's easily skippable. Also, it kind of sucks to get to because it's one of the slowest locations to get to, I feel. It's not super dense. So it's the prime candidate for being the location skipped in Inverted.
Yeah, I agree with Mika Nakopi in chat that if you do want to do the escape stuff, maybe doing the fake flipper up to Graveyard Ledge and just do back of escape first and then go to the village from there feels pretty good, and then you can come back to the front later.
Yeah, I hard agree with this. That's how I do it too. Alright, we have a duck now, which means we can use it in the Dark World. So Flute is our logical access to Death Mountain. Without a hook shot, it's kinda bad to go to Death Mountain, so you're probably hoping for that before going there.
Rick found another 300 in the castle, by the way.
Yeah. I guess Zorba money is not a problem in this seed. The problem is, do you want to go there? Because it's incredibly bad in Inverted. There's literally no way to easily go to Zora. So besides the Master Sword, CAC was incredibly empty. There's a mushroom on the library. Okay, so Rick did not find the key, so he's condemned to go to Sank from the back, which loses a lot of time right now.
And probably wanted to pick up Graveyard Ledge before dropping into Escape. It's one that's easy to forget if you don't play a lot of Inverted, just because the access to it is so different in this mode, same as Cave 45 that we just saw over on Alex's side.
Yeah, I agree. It's very hard to remember about K45 and Graveyard Ledge being accessible in the Dark World if you don't play Inverted a lot. That's a French vanilla boomerang. Okay, nice shovel here. I don't know if you go back to this. So now the interesting question is, does Alex go to Ice Road Cave? If he doesn't go now, he's basically never going back, ever. But it takes a lot of time to get there.
Yeah, there's just zero convenient way to get there in Inverted. That shovel also reminds me about fetch quests. Did we see the powder check from Alex, or no?
No, we didn't. That's probably a mistake. Skuller's Borsky. Wow, we really got the worst Borskis. At least you still have Skullwoods to clear, so it's not that bad. Rick will be checking the Lumberjack. I'm surprised about this. It's way too early. I feel that without boots you don't want to check this, especially as you will have to do Bumper Cave anyway to get the book, and you know this. So why are you wasting time to check this right now? Just wait till you have the other items, or you are low on checks. But yeah, if Mirror or Cape is behind this, it's better. So I can understand it still. Okay, Alex is most likely checking the Zora checks right now. Otherwise, he would just save and quit. Yeah, Zora is in logic. Waterfall is not, but Zora is in logic. Yeah, he's not checking Hobo. I agree with this. Or he's just checking this right now. Okay, yeah. It's a good idea to check this.
Rick is catching up with the village checks now. Gonna find a whole lot of nothing over here, same as Alex did.
Well, a sword at least. The sword is nice. Of course.
Just the worst timing for that fourth heart piece to come in.
The left chest is always a hard piece. Always. I should start to open the right chest first. It's always the left chest. Okay. Alex decided that blue potions are better than fairies. So he's freeing them. Okay. No need to Antilla for this check. Okay. Nice fake flippers, putting him back in the action.
A little unlucky to lose that water walk and have to go the long way around here, but
it's much better than being soft lock and forced to saving quit.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a fire ward. What the fuck? This is very bad location to get this item. Yeah, I guess you go back to Skullwoods right now.
Yeah, now having the fire rod to full clear the back as well as that big key, you're gonna get absolutely everything out of there. That's also our second red crystal, by the way. So
yeah. Nah, there's no way the Seed forces just to go Pyramid right now. It would be so bad. Yeah, we don't have mirror. Actually,
do we need it? We can just hammer and then walk over the bridge.
Because the bomb shop is in the light ward.
Oh, right, yes.
So
I'm also bad at inverted.
It's not like it's not mirror locked. That's false. It's either mirror or lamp locked. Right? Oh no, no, it's reversed. So yeah, it's just mirror locked at this point. Well, you still need mirror in this seed. It's hard required because of the book location. So Pyramid Fairy will be in logic at one point. Let's see what Alex skipped. And that's that's a Soul Maria. That's huge.
That's
So
also
yeah, that's very not good for Alex right now.
it's also really fascinating because that item was a lot of the difference in their first race. That Rick wound up skipping over where Kane was and having to double dip Meyer as a result.
How isolated? Yes. Yeah, it's basically Smith Chain. Unless Alex finds a mirror, he's not doing this. It's the only check left in CAC, basically. And yeah, Alex doesn't know about the book. I mean, not like the book would make this better.
And it's certainly plausible that Alex will just go check Bumper Ledge as soon as he finds Cape. So, you know, that might not turn out to be a big difference, that book knowledge.
I mean, a mirror is usually very suspicious in Inverted because it's only useful for Swamp Palace and Bumper Cave. Mirror is a lot less useful for logic in Inverted than in a regular seed. So when your swamp is a pendant, you have to be suspicious about an early mirror. Okay, that's a quake. Very nice. You have a crystal Maya, so you kind of like to see this.
Yeah, and that cane is interesting when we have potential Myra access there, although we can't actually do anything until we find boots or hookshot to get past the first room.
Yeah, I agree. Since Alex remembered about... maybe he remembered about the powder check, because I don't see why he would stay here. Oh my god, this mirror is so bad.
Oh, the
This
game really
mirror-
wanted you to just turn right around there.
Yeah. It seems Alex is going back to light world from this, so he's probably going to do both of these checks actually. So he would be getting way better invested now. I don't see why he would be going light world if he was not going to do both of these checks right now.
Yeah, he's actually running out of things to do, right? Like there are very few checks left. In logic, at least on his side, I think. So the powder and shovel become a lot more appealing.
He has Pack of Escape, maybe. And actually,
right.
Yeah, there's still a lot of things to do. It's just that most of them suck.
Right.
Okay, he's checking Lumberjack. But without mirror, so that means that he will not see the bumper cave item.
And Rick is going to make use of this mirror and loop together the desert and mire shed checks. Lamp on the desert ledge, that's interesting.
So this lamp is cape locked.
That's actually some really good logical information for Rick in helping track down where that cape is.
Yeah, that means that Vitrios is basically locked by this cape right now. Okay, it seems like Rick is going straight to Saha.
The eastern dip is also possible. Probably Saha first. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the eastern dip right now. Probably pod before eastern. Since you have mirror.
This is true. Rick also still has that blue potion that he bought forever ago, I believe, so can camera unlock the right side if he wants to. Or just find a bow.
Never mind. If he's confident in the dark rooms, which is probably the case, Rick is just finishing both of these dungeons right now, which is a huge advantage right now.
Yeah. Well, we need big keys, though. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need box keys. So then you should probably start with pod. Which is probably what he's doing since he quick swapped to mirror right now. I don't know why Alex is trying to die. Does he wants to stay in the light world that much?
Yeah, good question, because he's still going to have to walk out of escape, right? I guess he hasn't done the sanctuary chest yet.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think this might have been a time to do the sanctuary first and then save and quit out of Dark Cross, but...
Yeah. It's not easy to route inverted if it's not one of your main mods. Yeah, he's saving quitting. Okay, so he has very much isolated both his Somalia and his mirror at this point. He will most likely get the bow in Saha. Oh, he's going there instantly. Meyer is Bombos, so he will not be able to dip it. Well, no hookshot or boots anyway, but it's nice to check the med as soon as possible. One of the interesting things about inverted is that you don't need meats to finish a seed. But meats are still a very quality item for movement, basically, and routing. But it doesn't unlock many checks in this mode. Like, you
Yeah.
can do pretty much everything besides Kingstorm in Inverted without meats.
Yes, I think King's Tomb is the only thing that sort of can require mitts, or does require mitts, yes.
So we are far from guaranteed to see them. But they do lock a ton of checks.
It's so unfortunate that Alex is going down toward desert. This would have been a good time to grab shovel before then, but just sort of beelining for the desert checks.
Seems Alex is not fond of doing fetch quest, which is unfortunate when two of them have progression. Since he didn't go Agina first, I'm expecting him to save and quit on the Agina chest, which means that he will also not see the lamp.
Yeah, not having the mirror is also going to be unfortunate because he's probably headed over to Saha next and will find that bow, but then won't be able to mirror to Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, this routing is hurting him a lot. Rick is probably in the good place to get progression right now. Because this mountain is very locked at this point. Only has 2 checks, I think. Actually 3, because Spike Cave is something available right now. Yeah, Super Bunny, Spike Cave, and Spectacle Rock inside, and the Old Man. That's basically everything we have. Oh yeah, Old Man is not in logic without lamp. So Cape. You need Cape to do Old Man. Wait, what?
We're also going to get our first look at the pyramid and probably catfish after this.
Yeah. I think some days ago, Alex made the vow to never skip catfish again because of the previous race in this tournament. So he's not skipping catfish again.
And that was the Hera Big Key in the last chest in Dark Maze.
Pretty nice when you still don't have hookshot. Yeah, don't have miss. Don't die to this skull. Yeah. What would you know? The catfish is super bad when you don't have boots or mitts. Super slow. Well, Alex is done with this region at least. Yeah. Okay, so right now, Rick has a very clear advantage with the mirror, the summer area, and the fact that he's already inside the dungeons. But the Fire World location can absolutely screw him right now. This is probably one of the worst locations for him possible, especially as the Fire World didn't lock anything right now in this seed. So Rick could just last location this Fire World super easily.
Yeah, and since the flippers are locking 2 pendant dungeons, right? Like they might be some in some god-awful place in the logic that Alex won't have to get to.
Yeah, the flippers can easily be in Ganon's tower at this point.
Not if we have Crystal Skull Woods, though, right?
No, because it's in logic, you have Grove to get to Zora.
Oh, right, yes.
It's just the worst check to get to when
Yes.
you don't think about this.
I was thinking Rick needed flippers to get there, but it's just he probably won't go there until he gets flippers is the problem.
Yeah. It's like you don't think about doing all of these out of logic checks plus Zora until you get the flippers usually. Especially in inverted. Okay, that's flippers.
Alright, there we go. That's really good for Rick.
Yeah, can tell him that he should do these checks. But flippers is a bad item that might make him want to go to swamp. While you don't have a hook shot, and the new swamp clip doesn't exist in this tournament, so going to without hook shot is also bad. But right now swamp is probably a bad play, because no hook shots.
But now we can revisit that whole Pyramid Fairy discussion since Rick does have the mirror.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Rick will get the fire rod now. The flippers are really, really nice to guide him there. It's also the only item that makes skipping Ice Road Cave okay, because it's less of a chore to get back to with flippers. So Alex got his Temple Sword in Eastern, and he's going Lightward again, which means that he might be going Shovel right now, which will help him find his mirror, but it will not help him find his Somaria. So he's most definitely going Shovel right now.
I guess the question is, if he picks up the mirror, does he then decide to go do Smith Chain?
Oh yeah, that's actually true. But no, it's still bad because he would need to go to the top of CAC to go back to the Dark World, to the Light World, anyway. Because no meats. Yeah, go to the Library Mirror, but you still need to go to the Light World to do the Vampire Cave. So even if you do, you need to go back to the Light World anyway to deliver Smith, so it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, so the mirror location is actually very good for Alex at this point, because it gives him the Somaria. And Rick is doing the Fire Rod right now. So yeah, that's both runners went out of the bad location for the items right now, which is really, really good for the race. What Rick has ahead, like Rick saves time by having the mirror earlier, which means that he has done the pod checks at this point. They didn't have anything, but he will not have to do them again. The only way Alex saves some time is by not going to pod before go mode. And Rick has book knowledge too, which is very good. Actually, Alex has done Skullwoods. Rick hasn't. So that's a very clear advantage for Alex. Alex can just go Pyramid Fairy right now. If he wants to.
So I guess that's the question, is does he do that or head over to Pod at this point?
It's incredibly suspicious that the only two crystals you have are red.
This is very true. it is interesting that the way the logic is set up, it randomizes the crystals first, right? So it's not like the seed was like, oh, I put something good in Pyramid Fairy, so I need to make those crystals early. It happens in the other order, but it is still very suspicious.
Yeah. It's just available right now. Okay, nothing there. So the other good thing about this for Alex is that right now he's doing purple chest, which is not very far from doing Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, that would route in quite well.
I think you always do Pyramid Fairy before going to pod, just because at this point you don't have the pod Borsky. Like, just pray for pod Borsky in Pyramid Fairy. Well, the most likely item to get in Pyramid Fairy right now is either meat or hookshot. Would open a lot of things. Also, I just realized, did Alex skip the item, the Borsky chest in Eastern? Because that means he doesn't have flippers. Wow. It's actually bad. Maybe he's maybe he miscounted because usually Eastern has 3 items, but with in Roja it's 4.
Yeah, the only way my brain can keep track of Inversia items is to think, okay, there are 3 items in Eastern, so that means now there are 3 items in the front of Eastern, plus the one on the boss. So, and he is headed straight toward Ice Palace with this Fire Rod. Interesting.
I mean, it's a green pendant, so it's not the worst one to choose.
And he did just get Kane, so that'll certainly speed things up.
Yeah. I'm still surprised he's doing this because he doesn't have flippers. Like, you don't have flippers and you go to Ice Palace? Is that really a good idea? Like, he doesn't know that flippers are available. We know that Ice is in logic, so it might be good, but he doesn't know. So
yeah, maybe he's thinking that the flippers are the thing in Pyramid Fairy. Oh no, but that's not possible. Oh no, yes, he could have gotten Fire Rod with gloves, flippers in Pyramid Fairy, and then this is the next logical thing down the line from those flippers. Maybe that's the thought process.
I mean, you could also have meats or hook-shots in Pyramid Fairy, and doing ice is just losing time.
Right, very true.
So I don't like this. It's only a play you do if you think you are very far behind. Okay, that's that's insane.
Oh, what is this seed?
Yeah, so you need the flippers in Eastern to get the meats, which gives the Light Death Mountain access, which is probably the next step in logic. Well, so Alex got rewarded by doing this. It's insane. Would not have thought about this.
And I feel like Rick is going to do Pyramid Fairy next, probably, because he also has the Pyramid Ledge item to check, so there's some added value there.
Yeah, you have well, you have a Light Death Mountain access from the Spy Cave portal, but the thing is that you cannot cross to right side without the meats or the hookshot. Because inverted. This is what I was talking about. Which means you have miles more things to do right now. Because Paradox Cave, Mimic Cave, Spike Cave, Hera, all of this is available now. Since out of logic for Alex, yeah, but in logic for Rick. The thing is, you already committed to an out of logic play. If you have committed to an out of logic play, you are probably okay to do other out of logic plays, especially when the other out of logic plays opens you a dungeon and more than 10 items at the same time. So I don't see why Alex would not go to Death Mountain now.
Yeah, I think finding the myths just convinces him that he skipped over flippers somewhere, and he's totally fine with that.
Yeah.
The Hera Big Key, though, could come into play now, since that was in Pod, which Alex hasn't done any of.
Yeah, this is a bad thing for Alex. The bad one. Okay, I like that Rick is checking Pyramid Fairy right now. I really like it. It's just unfortunate that the myths are in ice. So if he finds something here, he might not get myths.
Yeah, if he finds the hookshot here, that's not that much of a problem, because then he'll still have access to East Death Mountain. The Cape could also be interesting, just for that book implication.
And that's just the Ether. Okay, Pyramid Fairy was absolute garbage. Which means that at least Rick is probably going to ice. Wait, where is he going? Oh, he never did Dark Force? Oh wow. I'm very surprised. Yeah, Death Mountain, as expected.
Yeah, that Ether not even interesting as a potential TR medallion, because with Mirror we have lots of other ways to get into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, right now Ether is just garbage. Quick too.
Mirroring out, though, which means he wants to stay in the light world, which probably does mean Ice Palace next.
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah, Alex decided that Old Man was a bad idea, which I agree with, since it's out of logic.
Oh, right. You get to Ice Palace in the Dark World. I am still confused by inverted.
Yeah. So Rick is also committing to Death Mountain, but without myths. Which is really, really bad right now.
Yeah, he'll have just Super Bunny.
So unless
and
he gets,
Spec Rock, yeah.
Unless Super Bunny has hook shots, which I don't see it happening right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's very unfortunate for Rick. He lost all of the time he saved by finding an early mirror. Oh, that's Ether. That means that you could commit to the front of Turtle Rock easily. Oh, that's a Borsky. Eastern. Okay, that's very good for Alex. He might go flippers now. I mean, he doesn't need the flippers, but he might need if Swarm has an important item. Like a vanilla hookshot. I hate that I have said this.
If it happens, it's your fault now.
Yeah. Would still not be worse than my hookshot.
So Rick is making the old man check a lot shorter than it normally is, using that mirror.
Yeah,
Alex
very
coming
good
up,
trick.
Yeah, Alex coming up to the main part of this Death Mountain trip in Paradox Cave.
Ice Palace Borsky. Oh, this is so bad! Why is the Ice Palace Borsky here?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Okay, this is terrible for Rick. Absolutely garbage for Rick right now. Why is the Ice Palace Bossy locked by an item that is in Ice Palace? This is so bad right now. Cape, book, keys. I mean, Cape is book. You also need Bombos. Bombos is required. Thing is now, yeah, since this hookshot doesn't unlock much right now, I'm tempted to say that Swamp is the next play. Unless Green Pendant has the progression, because you have the Ice Palace Bosky to put Cold Stare in Logic right now. Yeah, Ped is more than in play right now.
With the hookshot, we could also get into Mire, but that's not very appealing without the big key.
Do you know what is in Logic? What chat was saying? Ped is just in Logic right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Aren't we short an Ice Rod for Ped?
Oh yeah, we are missing Ice Rod. But I bet you that Ice Rod is in Turtle Rock. If you find Ice Rod right now, it's Ped. Yeah. Yeah, Ether was Pyramid Fairy. Doesn't matter, but could save some few seconds for Rick. Nice key. Yeah, this is a hardless location for Rick.
Yeah, even when he starts dipping pendants, it would still be pretty reasonable to do Swamp first. He might be tempted by the green pendant in Ice, but like you said, that's not in Logic without that big key, so...
I mean, Swamp without hookshot.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you still want to go Ice before. Like, I like Swamp, but not without hookshot. The only way he's doing Swamp right now is if he wants to use the fact that he is in the Light World to just go do it now. Because it would be reasonable. Also, at this point, he's thinking, I'm very behind.
Yeah, I was probably feeling good when he got that mirror right away coming off of the shovel, but then when you stall out for this long, just not really finding much progression anywhere, it starts to feel bad in a big hurry.
Yeah. Well, most item locations suck in the seed, so... It's so easy to miss an item just because the one thing you skip has an item. Nice routing from Alex in Turtle Rock. Yeah, good race so far. You have to do Eastern Palace Bosky Chest to get flippers, to go to Ice Palace to get mitts, to go to Light Death Mountain to get hookshot. And you need to do Turtle Rock Pendant for the Desert Palace Bosky. So I guess Alex was in the right place. You also need the cape and the mirror to get the book on Bumper Ledge. Only Rick knows about this, so it's bad for Alex. Required ped is very likely. We only miss the Ice Rod for this. Yeah, we need Podborski anyway.
So
Yeah,
Rick's taken... Yeah, Rick has taken a very long walk up here to Turtle Rock. I'm not haven't been following the small key layout very closely. It might actually be decent for him if he gets to that Desert Palace big key, but then can't go any farther because of the small key situation.
Yeah, and he will not find the hook shots. He's just doing the vanilla way to do Turtle Rock, which is incredibly slower than what Alex is doing.
Oh,
And
there's the cape.
Okay, if Alex big brains this and goes to Bumper Ledge, he's probably taking the lead.
He has certainly...
Put yourself into Rick's shoes right now and think about the implications of the escape. Do you continue in Turtle Rock? I think you do. I think you have to.
I don't know. When he finds cape and then Desert Palace big key in the next chest, is that when he leaves?
I mean, he might.
Okay, he's going at least one more.
Yeah, which is important. I don't think it's worth to mirror here, but... Oh yeah, he will have no keys to continue, so he has to leave.
Oh, excellent news for him.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good for him.
Yeah, I think the issue is getting out of that roller room is hard if you haven't practiced it, and so it's a lot easier to just take a 1 second time loss or whatever it is and mirror out instead, but it is not the fastest. It's true.
Yeah. Alex is doing Hera. He has a hook shot, so he doesn't need this Hera Bosky anyway. Unless the big chest has the goods. This is old Hera pot setup. Now that the new Hera pot setup has been found, I cannot go back to this. It's impossible.
Yeah, I mean, you've got pixels and subpixels to worry about in positioning yourself after the bomb placement. This is just much trickier.
I mean, the fastest setup is still the super speed hookshot one, but the new setup is by far the second best.
Sure would be nice if we had some boots to do that super speed, but...
Stop making me hungry, chat. I have already eaten dinner. I don't need a second one. Why is Rick so behind? Because he did not go to Ice Pendant without Borsky to get the meats. That's basically it.
It really is. Rick is behind because he was ahead early, and so Alex felt behind and did Ice Palace, Galaxy Brained Ice Palace, let's just say.
Yeah, it's out of logic Ice Palace for Alex because he did not find the flippers. Literally Galaxy Brain. Yeah, and Ice Bosky is locked by ice, so it's super bad. This seed is a logical mess.
Because that also forced...
Yeah, that's 4th crystal for Alex.
I was going to say, that also forced the Eastern double dip logically, right? Because you go into Eastern to get your flippers, to get Death Mountain access, to get your Eastern big key, to go back to East. Yeah, it's all over the place.
Oh yeah, Rick did not get the Eastern Borsky. Okay, that's also something. Alex is thinking about what he has available right now. Or maybe taking a small break. Would not be surprised.
I was going to say earlier, when he found that cape, he has been a little averse to doing fetch quests in this seed. Sort of got to the mirror and the cane last on those fetch quests, so I don't know if he's going to rush cape or not.
It seems he is going to.
Yep, he is in a good spot to go check it at least.
I mean, he probably wants to try to find Pod Borsky before going to Eastern, if possible. It's not a slow check to do. Bumper Cave is actually very fast check.
This is really big, though, on Alex's side. Does the double take.
Yeah, he doesn't like this. At least he went to it just after finding Cape, so...
Yeah, it didn't wind
he
up
has
slowing him
meats
down
now.
at all.
And he has meats. The light world access is better.
Yeah, both of these runners have been going up north to get to Bumper Ledge. That feels so bad, but I guess it is faster when you don't have mitts.
Like, just see Rick. He's doing a required dungeon. He feels good about it. It's just better for Alex because he flutes on 6 and use this big mitts to go to the light world easier. That was a boss key too?
That was the pod big key.
Okay, so book is required for multiple things in this seed.
But Alex will likely be doing that coming out of this desert trip.
Yeah. Okay, I think Alex is now very ahead because he will get this pod boss key, which will lead him to Eastern plus pod. So basically, he's in Bombo's Misery Mire boss key go mode at this point. That's a good question. ALttPR for dummies. And now, nice slash on the lamp. Alex learning about this. I hope he doesn't forget about Bombo's tablet. That would be super bad for him.
And that was a small key on the torch in desert, but we also know it's only locking only map and compass because we found the 2 items in the front of desert already. So
now that's spicy logic. So that means that desert is boots locked, which means that boots are not in Ganon Castle. But you don't need them. Also, this is the first mail for Alex.
yeah, boots are honestly probably in swamp at this point.
In Swamp, or on Helma, or on Armos.
Yeah, because we can certainly get to Lamp without doing the back of Desert without that small key, so that opens up quite a lot of lamp-locked things.
There's also the, how do we say this? Misery Mire.
That's true. You can at least get in the front door there.
Oh yeah, flippers were not in logic. That's probably why Alex skipped Eastern, actually. Because he did not have lamp, so he assumed that the check was not in logic and said no. That means that now that he has lamp, he's probably doing the check in Eastern.
Gosh, what ludicrous logic. I wasn't even thinking about the lamp logic for those flippers.
Yeah. That means that actually, that means that the meats are locked by this.
So really the problem is Rick's been following the logic and thinking like, oh, those flippers aren't in logic, but the Turtle Rock was the thing that the game really expected you to do at that point.
Wow, that means that you needed to do Pyramid Fairy to get Eater, to get the Cape, to get the book, to get the lamp, to get the flippers, to get the meat, to get the other access to Light Mountain, to get the hookshot. This is terrible. This is garbage.
This is truly awful.
Wow. So the Eater medallion is required. Insane. And I said it's a garbage item. I have to apologize to Eater. Yeah, Rick. I mean, it's normal to try to wait for the Ice Palace Borsky because you don't like to isolate this chest. It's just very, 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 very unlucky for Rick. He also should know that Yeah, now he knows that he's in logic, so it's even worse for him. He will be finishing pod, but he will not be finishing Eastern because he still doesn't have this Dworsky.
Oh, this is another big decision, though. Alex just fluted away after beating Desert. Did not pick up that pod big key.
Yeah, that's very bad for him. I think Rick is in a worse position right now, but yeah, I think Rick is in a worse position, but yeah. I mean, it's not easy to think about the. Oh my god! This seed is terrible.
Oh, this is absurd. That might actually be good for. I'm trying to think. Is that actually good for Rick?
No, it is not, because Rick will definitely live on the meats. Why would you continue?
Probably.
Yeah, it's the second chest
true.
ice. You have done nothing in the dungeon, and you get the item that unlocks basically all of your remaining checks. You leave, right?
Yeah, no, this is true. I think it's somehow bad for both runners, because I think that also means Alex is going to waste a lot of time full clearing Meyer looking for a pod big key that's not there.
Yeah, but it's not worse than what Rick will do, because Rick will see, I have no ice palace boss key, I just got mixed. Get out.
Right, this is very true.
That's because he doesn't have the ice palace boss key. Everything is because the ice palace boss key is not here. Just everything because of that.
And then he'll go to Death Mountain and get a hook shot and decide to full clear Swamp. Ugh.
Yeah.
God awful.
So yeah, it's bad for Alex, but it's worse for Rick. Wow, this seed is full of surprises. Ped is still alive, yeah. We only need the Misery Mayaborski at this point. Yeah, as expected, Alex is doing this. He will find the flippers, which means... Oh, okay. One saving grace for Rick. Boots. It's not like Boots will save a huge amount of time at 70 minutes mark, but it's still good.
Puts the Desert Palace clear in logic as well. I don't think that really means anything, though.
No, because there was nothing on the boss. Yeah, of course you slash the chest.
A restrained one sword slash for the flippers.
I mean, at least now Alex knows that everything is in logic for him. Which is good news. No, he doesn't, because he doesn't know where Ether is. Everything is behind Ether Medallion for Alex, but he doesn't care because the item unlocks 0 checks.
Yeah, I wonder if he's piecing all the logic together. I would definitely have lost track of it by this point. You know, he might just think, oh, there's the flippers, that puts my mitts in logic, etc., etc.
I probably think about it, but not fast, because I also need to think to not die when playing. Okay, let's see. If this is Mayaborski, it's probably GG, because Alex will not have much checks to do. Alex will definitely prefer doing Overworld checks instead of doing Swamp. It's not like Bombo's tablet is a bad check in inverted.
Yeah, you could easily just pick that up, walking to Meyer, right, and then mirror from Desert to get there rather than fluting there, so we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think... there's no way Alex puts the foot in Swamp if it's not required at this point.
Rick is gonna go turn in this mushroom immediately.
Nice mirror location for Alex.
This is the full pod clear for him, though. Well, not full, because he doesn't have the big key.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, this is the time Rick still has in the bank against Alex. But right now, Rick is so behind right now.
Oh. Alright, he's at least going to ice. Yeah, the big question will be what happens when he gets the mitts.
I mean, why would he not go to ice? It's literally his last location right now.
I guess that's true. He's got nothing else. Well, he could be in Hookless Swamp at the moment.
Yeah, that's true. He could be in Hookless Swamp. But I would much rather do Out of Logic Ice Palace than Hookless Swamp. Bam. Nearly perfect. Yeah, if Rick finishes, but I don't see him do it. If Rick finishes, he's probably like 1 or 2 minutes behind tops. But right now, yeah, no, I don't believe it. I don't believe.
The mitts are just so early, right?
Yeah.
Like they're right here.
Yeah, and ice is like ice sucks to check past this point. Oh, he's still doing it? Oh, maybe just the 2 chests right there.
Yeah.
But Cold Stare sucks. And Ice Tea sucks. This one is a fast check.
Here's the thing that could save Rick. He knows that Bombos is the Meyer Medallion. If he goes full Rule of Fire superstition and says Bombos is in Ice Palace behind the Fire Rod. I saw a mirror in a direction I didn't like.
Yeah. He's doing Icy than Mirror, yeah. Okay, that's even worse. Also, I think Ice Palace boss chest is a map or a compass. So Alex doesn't even need to get back there. Yeah, yeah, confirmed. Ice Palace boss chest is mid chest is just dead. Okay, it seems Rick is committed to. Oh no, he's going freezer room.
Yeah, if he gets the last item out of Freezor, maybe that's when he mirrors out. The suspense of having the mirror activated.
I mean, Colster has an item.
Yeah, once you're here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Rick is saved then. I'm very surprised he did not bail on the miss. Hello, Abowski for Alex. He probably hates this. Okay, please, Alex, please go to Bombo's tablet first. That doesn't look like Bombo's tablet.
Oh, it might be though. Pick up.
That's
Light World here, and
that's more swamp than Bombo's tablet, in my opinion.
Yeah, might be. I mean, maybe Bombo's right after swamp.
Bombo's tablet is faster as a 6th. Okay, seems he's going to Bombo's tablet. He just did not pick the optimized route. But it's very good for him. He will get the pod boss key and be like, why? And go back to pod. At least going back to pod is easier in inverted. Because you just mirror from Eastern. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that both players have some things they hate about inverted.
Yeah, I don't think I realized flute to 6 was a faster way to bombos until the middle of this tournament at some point, so... Question in chat about Rick using the sword as a bunny. Yeah, that he just has a bunny sprite, so he's a bunny all the time in this run.
I mean, not really. He's Link when he should be a bunny.
That's
It's
true.
reversed. It's reversed. It's actually a great sprite. I love it.
All right, so Rick chasing the myths to Death Mountain right away. No surprise there. Is going to pick up the Eastern Big Key really fast, and then...
Hook shot.
Oh, no, he's going through this portal first. Fine, so we'll get the hook shot first, and then the Eastern Big Key.
Yeah, hook shot doesn't open much. It's just in a so bad location. At this point, you are Rick. You think you are dead in the race at this point. Like your moral is like the worst possible at this point.
Yeah, I think from our perspective, though, Hera Big Chest is actually a pretty good out as far as Rick is concerned.
Yeah, it's the best out by far. It's not the only out, but it's the best one. The other out is Swamp Palace. Unless Alex decides. Actually, it's not that bad to go Swamp right now. Yeah, I think Swamp is probably well. No, I think Alex will go to Mire before Swamp anyway. Yeah, go Mire. If you don't find the goods there, go Swamp. If it's not there, then you make the painful climb to Elrock Big Chest and eat your tablet. Yeah, eat your tablet is the over out for Rick at this point, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Both in the same location. Did Alex do Spiral Cave and Mimic Cave?
Oh, I don't know. He might have.
I think he skipped one. I mean the team never do Spiral Cave in inverted without boots, because it's the check that takes like 2 minutes. It's stupid garbage.
Yeah.
If you skip left side swamp, you should skip Spiral Cave without boots in inverted. It's literally the same commitment. It's so bad to do. It's literally garbage. I might exaggerate. It might not be that long, but it feels that long.
Certainly, if you climbed up through Paradox Cave 3 times, it feels awful to do it one more time, right? So.
Yeah. Okay, each of tablets. One of the outs. Nothing. Good for Alex, at least. I love these emotes. I really like it. I really love them.
I was going to say earlier, Hookshot doesn't even open up Misery Mire for Rick since he's already got the boots.
Yeah. I don't know what Alex is checking right. Oh, the cave. The Bonk Cave. No? Okay, no.
He's got the mushroom off of library here.
Oh yeah, might as well get this now. Oh yeah, Kingsong. Kingsong, Rick could not check.
Oh, that's true. Stupid myths. They do one thing.
Well, they do way more in this seed. Okay. Oh, it was Compass. Okay, so Alex knows that Hera Big Chest is dead. which is a huge relief for him. Involvia is great for this. Okay, so what makes Rick not lose this race right now?
This is a good question. I mean, he has to skip a lot of Turtle Rock, right? Because if he goes and full clears the same stuff that Alex did before, Alex is just gonna find this Meyer Big Key sooner.
Yeah, Spike Cave, Spiral Cave. I think that's all. Okay, at least it's not Kingston.
I'm pretty sure we saw a Mimic from Alex, but yeah, I do not recall about Spiral Cave.
Yeah. And since Rick has the boots, he might do Spiral Cave after Turtle Rock. Especially if he feels bad about this race. At this point, I'm pretty sure the boots lose you time because they unlock checks.
Right.
Not amount to anything. Get back potions. It should be Meyer time for Alex now. There's no way it's not Meyer. There's no way. Oh, he's going Swamp?
Swamp.
Oh my god. Well, Meyer has 3 items, so it's okay. I just think Meyer is slightly better if you think you are behind. Yeah, he cannot finish Meyer, that's the point. But you are only missing 1 item.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's thinking, yeah, I don't know. Just more items in Swamp is a reasonable play to make.
Meyer, he can only get 2 items at most. That's very true. And Swamp is 7. And if Swamp has the Ice Rod, oh boy. I don't dislike the Swamp play just because Meyer doesn't have many chances. But I would still do Meyer. I'm one of the weirdos that actually like Meyer's dungeon. I'm at least self-aware. Yeah, Meyer is fun. Thank you.
I think Rick has routed Turtle Rock to sort of isolate the lava chest. I don't know if he's going to go back in for that one, or if there's a chance that he knows it's a dungeon item, but...
Yeah, big question. Okay, it's time for Luik to lose every time he could have saved.
I absolutely cannot keep track of Turtle Rock keys or dungeon items or anything in inverted.
Yeah, Turtle Rock is probably the worst dungeon for that. Especially since the laser bridge exists. Skip left side. There's 1 item there, but it's only 1. Okay, he's doing it. I would always keep it in... I don't like putting the bomb here before. Sometimes it lags pretty hard to put the bomb.
Well, Rick has the portal set up to now do Spiral Cave.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an out. It's also an out if he just decides to go straight to Meyer after this while Alex is in Swamp.
He needs to get the bombos first.
Oh, that's right. But he does have Eastern to finish, but that's a lot of time that's going to eat up just finishing Eastern.
Yeah. And
yeah,
it's not. Okay, so Alex is either correct in Swamp, or he will be forced to be correct in Meyer.
Yep, I agree.
So Alex is probably very ahead now. Not this one. Don't tell me this is map. I knew it! It's always like this. Yeah, it seems Rick left Spy Cave. Spy Cave sucks to get back to from where he was, and he has the dungeon to clear. He can always go back to Spy Cave after doing Eastern. And after doing Eastern, he's getting the bombos. At this point, I think both runners will be in Meyer at the same time. Like, in both situations, actually. So I think Alex has the advantage because he will have a swamp clear advantage. Oh, it seems... Let me refresh that.
In the meantime, Alex did find that Misery Meyer big key in the flooded room in Swamp, so he is now going to Meyer, able to full clear it, and that just puts more time between him and Rick at this point.
Yeah, it's go mode. I cannot. Okay, much better. I got Rick's stream to work again. Oh, and it block again. Well, that means that Alex is in go, and Rick has no chance to get back in this race, basically. No, it's not Ice Road Hunt. It's go mode for Alex right now. It was a Meyer Borski hunt. So this seed is all dungeons for items. You had to do everything. I cannot get Rick's stream to work again.
I am seeing it okay on my screen. He went ahead and finished Eastern there.
Okay. It started to work again. Yeah, much better. It's broken for me, but it's not broken for the restream, which is better. This is not a 100% seed, but it's like a 95%. Like, the only thing that could have been worse was Ice Road in Swamp and Meyer Borski on Ped. That was the only thing possible at this point. And even then, you would have skipped Meyer checks. Maybe. I think you still go to Meyer before going to try next for Ped Borski.
And Rick is headed straight to Meyer with that bombos. Can't really blame him on this one, but...
It's what I would have done.
And we were saying that was his best shot to get back into the seed, right? Was if he was finishing up Eastern while Alex was in Swamp, but that required the Misery Meyer big key to be here in the dungeon, which it is just not, unfortunately, for Rick today.
Yeah. It would have been pretty close if the Meyer Borski was in Meyer. Really. I think Alex would still be ahead, but only slightly at this point. Oh, Silvers! Come on, Silvers on Vitreous. This is not funny, Sid.
just puts Alex into easy mode before going to Ganon's Tower, which, by the way, if anyone in chat feels like guessing where that Ganon's Tower big key is going to show up, be sure to throw a number between 1 and 22, a whole number between 1 and 22 into the chat there.
Yeah. I should have started the bet when we got the Borski, but now it's way too late because Ganon's Tower is actually pretty close in inverted since it's in Hyrule Castle. I will put my favorite number, which is this one. Oh, someone already told it, so he wins anyway, if it's correct. But it's still my favorite number. Okay, where is the Borski now? I think Alex is adept to go left, do the first 4 checks, then go right. Don't like checking this from Rick because has a good chance to be map and compass in okay, but it's an item. Okay, 5 dead. Okay. That's a lot of keys game.
Yeah, many people find that very suspicious and means the big key is on the right side. We'll see how that holds up this time.
I mean, around the room is the same. I don't think any key layout can tell you where it is more likely. Okay, that's 9. So 9 wins. So nobody wins. Closest is 7. Yeah.
Rick making the King's Tomb play before Swamp. I think honestly that also makes sense. When you're on this sort of final big key hunt, you can really only save time by jumping ahead of where your opponent did. If you just do all the same checks they did, but later, that's never going to do you any good.
Yeah.
Does wrap together pretty nicely though with this whirlpool to get back to Swamp. So.
Yeah, this is basically last location for Rick. Anyway. This is actually last location. The question is he doing left side swamp too?
Alex stopping to grab a fairy there before the Lanmo 2 fight.
So far, pretty clean climb from Alex. There's also no way he's losing now. Dying to Ganon is basically not possible with 15 Hearts, Blue Mail, Tempered Sword, and Silvers at this level of a competition. Mazier Borsky was, yeah, very far in Swamp. Yeah. There's no way Alex dies to this. Literally no way. I mean, I can believe you since we are seeing the past right now. We are literally seeing Alex to the past.
So yeah, Rick at least heading to the back before the left side, but Aga 2 incoming on Alex's side.
Oh, unfortunate. That was very close. Wow. Agatu is not nice right now. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure Alex will finish before Rick even beats Vitrios at this point.
Nice spot for the second phase. Oh.
Yeah, I'm miscounted maybe.
It's alright, got the half magic, gonna break out the cape strats.
Okay. Whoops. This is not what I wanted to do.
And into phase 4, gets the first arrow in. And a nice double to finish that off. Get those GGs in chat for alexjas2, who will take this game and also the match.
Yeah, GG's. Right. Both runners will be coming in for an interview. Let me just swap the audio. And let me 2 seconds to give some invitations. And we are joined by both runners. GG's.
GG's indeed. GG's, Alex. You got me.
Yeah, I did. GG's to you.
Yeah. So this was a very back and forth race, with both runners taking the lead multiple times in this race. Basically, the biggest things that happened were that Rick got Somaria and Mirror very early, which saved him a lot of time and put him ahead for quite a long time. But Alex went out of logic Ice Palace, big brain play to get Mitz pretty early in the seed, which saved him like an enormous amount of time. It put him ahead basically for the entire race at that point.
Yeah, to be honest, that made me feel good.
I'm assuming you did it without the flippers.
I did because I went to Eastern but didn't go for the flippers. So, because I had only 1 item left plus the boss, right? But didn't have the big key, so I was like, well, let's not go out of logic there, but let's go out of logic Ice Palace. Why? Because it was the green pendant. No, I don't know why. It was just a play I was trying to make, and it paid off.
Yeah. Also, the Bayer Bosky hunt at the end was pretty bad. If Rick had gone Swamp Palace instead of going Maya, he would have been like 1 minute behind.
Yeah, that just enhanced the gap, I assumed.
Yeah. But yeah, Alex would still be slightly ahead. Also, the Ganon Bosky location was pretty good for both of you, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So...
yeah, I felt bad after pod because finding the big key right after that was like, oh shit, what do I do, right? So I didn't want to go into Maya. I was like, let's play Swamp. Why not?
Yeah, which was a very good play actually. But yeah, unfortunate that you forgot to do Bombo's tablet before going to pod.
You 100% right. Yes.
You would have saved a lot of time. Also, you went to Bombo's tablet from 4, but it's faster from 6 inverted.
Yeah, you're right. I had I always lost in the inverted layout and everything. Yeah, with the myths, of course, it's directly with the portal. So yeah, that would have been pretty faster.
Yeah. So, how did you feel about this book that you did not know anything about when you went to check for it because you found Cape in Churchill Rock?
When I found Cape, I was like, well, if it's there, I should have seen it like at the beginning of the seed. So I was like, let's just go take a look in case there's something there. And after that, after finding it and the lamp on the desert ledge, I was, oh, there's my logic there. That makes all sense. But
you're actually still out of logic in this race because you are missing a very important item to put everything in logic. The item you are missing is Eater.
Oh god, you're right. Oh, you're right. The Cape is in front of Turtle Rock, right? Oh yes. Oh wow.
Yeah, the Eater is logically required. So the Eater is in Pyramid Ferry. So you needed the mirror to do Pyramid Ferry to get the Eater medallion, to go into Turtle Rock to get Cape and Wizard Bosky, which means that you get the book. And with the book you get the lamp. With the lamp you get the flippers. With the flippers you get the myths. That gives you the hookshot.
Then I was really lucky because I forgot Pyramid. To be honest, I just forgot it.
I'm going to assume that's part of the reason why Alex was able to gain so much time back on me was the fact that the mids opened up so much of the seed.
It opened the end of the seed. Everything is locked by the mids. Yeah.
Yeah, because he got the...
I think you had like... Yeah. Sorry.
I was going to say, he got the book and like Desert Big Key at about the same time as you, but had already done all of the Mitz lock stuff on East Death Mountain. So, yeah, that sequence breaks to Mitz was pretty big.
Mm-hmm. which makes sense. I mean, this series has come down to, honestly, Alex is a very strong player, and I'm not going to say anything that takes away from that, but there is a lot of luck that was on Alex's side. Like, for instance, the sequence breaks and the moves that he made yesterday with regards to the Fad Keys that we played in Game 1. There's a lot of lucky breaks there. Like, for instance, if what we're looking for in that game turned out to be in a couple of the checks that he wound up missing, then that game changes. In the same case for this one. But
You're 100% right. 100% right. Yes.
Not something I can really take much away from here. I mean, the quarterfinals, it's kind of where I figured I was going to probably find my exit out of here. I was hoping to maybe make it one more round, make this a competitive series, but again, Alex is a very strong player, and these two races showed it, and sometimes you need to have luck in order to get yourself to be successful in this game, and my goodness, sequence breaking those mids turned out to be a big break, plus the fact that you needed it in order to gain access to Misery Mire.
Yeah. It's even worse than you think, because the mids are accessible without hookshot because of the key layout. Like, it's the worst place possible for mids if the hookshot is behind it. And the Ice Palace boss key is also locked by it. Like, you cannot find Ice Palace boss key before. Yeah, it's just terrible. And if you decide to bail on mids, like we thought you would, like we really thought you would see mids and think, oh god, this is the item I was looking for. If you bail on this, you don't get the green pendant that unlocks the bombos that is required.
And I seriously did think about bailing after, first of all, getting the cape. Like, I felt like bailing there, and then I'm like, oh gosh, this small key, I have to check this. I really have to check this to find out, oh, it's the Desert Big. I need that. I really need that. That's going to be kind of important. And then the same question was, do I bail after getting the mids? Because the mids did open up the right side of the Light World Mountain. It opened up access to a few other things. And I'm like, do I really escape this now? And then I'm like, okay, we'll go to Cold Stare. Okay, nothing. Probably should have traded in the green pendant sooner, but that probably would have put me into a further trap, because I think I don't know what would have led me to do Swamp before doing Mire, honestly.
Yeah, it was very hard to see.
Yeah, and when you got Bombos was about when Alex was leaving Swamp to go to Mire. So if the big key had actually been in Mire instead of in Swamp, that also would have made this a very close race.
Yeah, but unfortunately, I knew again, their mids are powerful in this seed, and as you pointed out, that did unlock a lot of things, and can't really say anything else about it. It's, sometimes you make plays like that and they pay off. Sometimes you don't. You make plays like that and they don't pay off. And this is the case where they paid off for Alex. And best wishes to you coming up here in the semifinals. Kick some butt.
I'll try to. Thanks a lot.
I knew going into this matchup this was going to be a very tough test, and I did what I could in this series, and luck wasn't on my side for either of these two races to do what I needed to catapult me past my opponent. And again, that's pretty much the story with the randomizer.
Yeah, definitely no easy races at this point.
One thing I will say is that 4 Heart Blind, even if you have blue goo in a bottle, is a scary fight.
I agree.
Have that fight go off the rails, and then you're sitting there doing, oh, please, heads, don't hit me. Please, anything. If anything's going to hit me, just hit me with the fireballs, please.
And then they dropped the blue cane after it. They couldn't have put the blue cane first and then the glove at the end, right?
Exactly. Gee, thanks, Bind.
And to rub it in, Vitreous dropped the silvers.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, this seed was just a troll, a gigantic troll.
Oh, we didn't have to do Aga, so that was pretty much fine.
That's pretty much the only thing you didn't need to do.
that was about the only good thing that was about this seed was the fact that you didn't have to do ag. Everything else was, hey, look at this. You got to do all 3 pendants in some fashion. You have to do pendant Turtle Rock in order to get your big key to Desert and the Cape, which gets you the book. You have to do pendant Ice Palace to get the mitts, and also the Bombos medallion off Sahasrahla. And oh yeah, by the way, the other pendant in Swamp Palace. Oh, here's your Meyer big key. Thank you very much, game.
Yeah.
100% right.
I think it's more likely in Kisanichi modes that pendant dungeons are required anyway, but when you only have one item to think about, they are worse.
Right. There's a difference between one of them being required and then all 3 in a grab bag, fine and dandy type of seed. And I also, by the way, I want to say this. Sahasrahbot, you are evil. This is the 3rd time that I've had a single card of Ambrosia in my deck, and it showed up.
Yeah.
Sinek, I love you, but Speed Gaming Live, I'm coming for you.
Yeah. Sounds like Sahasrahla, yeah.
I might just have to assault you with Arby's, but it doesn't matter. I'm coming after you, there, Sinek.
also,
and I know he can't hear this because he's probably on a roller coaster somewhere.
Yeah. And Pod had no rights to be that empty.
Yeah.
Oh, that felt so bad. God.
Pod had Eraboski for a compass. Thank you very much.
But I do want to thank the crew over here at the Challenge Cup for giving us the opportunity to race when we find ourselves behind the 8 ball when it comes to getting into the main tournament. Some days we have good days, some days we have bad days, and this was a chance for me to take a look at some of my routing. I know my routing still needs a little bit of help, but it gave me the opportunity to continue to play, so I do have to thank the crew over here with the Challenge Cup, Ridley Dragon, and Elizun, and the rest of the gang, Lumaga as well. And Alex, take it home, please. Take it home. Good luck.
I'll try to. I really appreciate that. It was really fun to play with you.
Absolutely. Likewise.
Yeah, GG's. Good showing here. Quarterfinals, no joke. So, yeah.
Yeah, at least I finished 4, right? I can't finish worse than that, right?
Yeah.
Good news.
So, yeah, I think that's everything for this race, unless you have something to talk about.
I don't think so. I think that's going to do it.
Yeah. So, big thanks to both of our runners for agreeing to restream and for this race. It was really insane. And big thanks to my co-commentator, Cool Papa Bell, and also big thanks to 2P, our tracker today. Thanks for this crew for making it a reality. So,
yeah. A big thanks to you too. I know it's late on your side of the country, so a big thanks to you 3 to take the time to do that for us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm closer to a vampire than a real human, but yeah. That was not the only race today. After this one, in I think 1 hour, we have another quarterfinals match of the Challenge Cup. It's Darkened Sky versus Yukikaze. Game 1 and 2. Actually, not just game 1 tonight, and game 2 will be tomorrow. So, yeah, another big match coming up. So definitely stay on this channel if you want to see it. Besides that, tomorrow is a pretty packed day for us. We have the Mini Blins tournament, loser bracket finals between Margot in the Moonlight and Cine, and another Mini Blins tournament, loser bracket finals, but on another group. It's Tomomodachi versus Sirquazi. And on Sunday, we have another A Link to the Past Challenge Cup match between P and Nox. it's for game 3. And after that, we will also have another quarterfinals match between Specky and KSDen. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks everyone, and see you later. Bye!
Bye.